All right, guys, we got the cold air induction system completely hooked up. Doing good. That's the old system.
From
that
this
little tiny hole and little tiny hole to that big, gigantic opening right here. What is up, YouTube? How's everybody out there doing today? So, we are in a 2005 GTO, and we're heading to Keith's Pit Stop in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania with my good buddy Grant. And we're going to do some dyno comparison testing, plus a dyno tune. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to do a dyno tune first with his modifications that he has on the car, which are a no-name. We'll make a no-name intake sound. It does have a name, but I don't want to call out the company of who it belongs to. We'll call it Acme. It has a MSD intake manifold, and he has a axle back, and that's it. Completely stock car. Other than that, with almost what, 100,000 miles on it. 80,000, 90,000, 98,000 miles on this car. LS7 clutch setup, stock shifter, Tickmaster, basic bolt-on stuff. Still stock exhaust manifolds. It still has the stock cats in it as well, kind of converters. So we're heading to the dyno, and basically what we're doing is we're going to do some pulls, do a tune on it, get it to where it's, you know, good air fuels, good sparks, good, all that stuff. And then we're going to switch out the intake system that's on it for a cold air inductions intake setup that we got for this gentleman here. We're going to see if we can gain any more horsepower without any tuning whatsoever on top of that. So we're on our way there now, and we're going to check it out. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
Let's do it. Let's make some power.
Do it. Make some power. He does have a YouTube page, a YouTube channel as well. He has no videos.
A couple little ones here and there.
A couple little videos?
Still working on it,
okay.
But we'll be up and running soon here as soon as it starts getting nice out.
Also put that in my description, so go over there, give him a follow. He'll be making a lot of videos on his 2005 GTO, Pontiac GTO that he owns, which is what we're in right now, actually, going to the dyno, of course. And so I'm sure you'll have a lot of good content about it. Probably a lot of reviews on
vehicles too. I have my 11 Xterra. We're going to be doing some
Ooh, an Xterra.
I have my 01 Kawasaki ZX6E Ninja, doing some ride vlogs.
There you go.
And I also have a S10 94 that will be dubbed the S-Turd.
S-Turd.
We're going to do all the crazy, stupid shit we can do to it and just have fun with it.
Like take it to the junkyard?
Well, eventually. We'll end up at the junkyard because of the stupid shit I will be doing with it.
So go give him a like, a follow, subscribe, whatever. It sounds like he'll have some good content coming shortly. He just picked up a Hero 6, so he has the camera.
Still learning.
He just has to make the content now.
You'll have to bear with me, but
I think
we'll get there.
I'll be helping him out. I'll be helping him out. So let's get over to the dyno and see how this thing works out. Here already has an intake. It's from Acme, right there. Obviously it's not from Acme. Out of respect for the company that makes this intake, we're not showing the name. Some of you guys might know who it is, some of you guys might not, but like I said, out of respect for this individual company, we're not going to show the name of it in case the other intake does make power or whatever the case may be. But what we're going to do first is we're going to stick it on the dyno and we're going to tune the car for what it has so far. The Acme intake system. He has a Atomic Air Force manifold on it, stock manifolds, Excel coil packs, which I don't know if they're better or worse than stock. You should really stay with stock coil packs.
Well, the original ones had almost 100,000 miles on them. So
that's fine.
You know what? Just get new ones.
Okay. What exhaust do you have on this thing right now?
Right now it is running just an axle back from somebody that I can't remember at the moment.
Okay, so I thought it was like Spintech. Yeah, Spintech. So yeah, so literally
the resonator's cut out.
Oh, is it?
So it's basically a true dual from the cats down.
But you have stock cats.
Yep.
Stock almost 100,000 mile cats on this car, and stock exhaust manifolds. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick it on the dyno first, and we're gonna do some tuning to it to see what we can grab out of it as it sits the way it is. Then on the dyno, without touching anything else, we're gonna rip the Acme intake setup off. We're gonna put the Air Inductions intake setup on, and then we're gonna do some more pulls with no other tuning changes or anything. We're gonna see if we can gain any more just from an intake change by itself. We'll see where we're at that point. If we see an air fuel change, we'll then afterwards adjust for the air fuel. So let's see what she does. Any horsepower guesses, Grant? Or
320 maybe?
320? You think 320? I don't know. I think it might make a little bit more than 320. It's a 6-speed car.
Yeah, it's a tired motor though.
Oh, it's not tired. These LSs, they last forever until you boost them.
Yeah.
And then they don't last. Keith knows. Let's get started, guys. We're gonna do some race car stuff. Are you ready for some race car stuff? Okay, cool. What did that make?
353, 347.
353, 347. Still, it's very hot IATs though. IATs are at 82 degrees, dude. That's hot. Got rid of the spark knock. What did it make there?
362.
262?
Yeah. 10 more. 9 more.
What torque?
No. 356.
Good.
356. We got rid of the spark knock. 356, and what was
That
it?
was torque.
Oh, what was-
Power's 362.
362 on the power.
11.
Well,
Actually leave this screen in too, just to make it fair.
yeah.
You know what I mean? We can always pull the screen out later, but actually the screen in these things, it actually helps direct air from the turn. So when it hits this screen, the air goes straight. It doesn't get all like fumble fucked in the thing.
Yeah, this has a bigger but
It has a bigger opening, but that's a bigger. But look how
there's
we're.
a lot more area, I think, to suck air.
Yeah, well, look at the restriction on this box.
Yeah.
Compared to this box.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, that's a big restriction. This box is much more open. Get it out of here. This is a lot more open. Crazy. Quick peek. This is the housing for that intake for the Air Inductions, and then this is the housing for the Acme brand right here. That basically sat like that, so this will sit like this. That's how that'll sit. Much more open. Nothing's enclosed, which is good.
Plastic.
Metal.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's stick her in here. This is really easy to put in too. My gosh, there's like nothing to it. Here, get that nice and straight. That will tighten this one up first onto the throttle body, and then we'll readjust everything over here. There.
take care of that.
Yep. All right, boss. We'll tighten up these here, and then we'll put the lid on and see what kind of a difference this thing makes. What do you think? 20 horsepower? 40 horsepower? 50 horsepower? What do you think, Grant?
I'm going with 7 to 8.
What are you going with?
7 or 8.
7 or 8 horsepower
Yeah.
over the other intake?
Should sound about right.
It's actually pretty good gains, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid gains. We can get 7 or 8 horsepower out of it, just with an intake change. It's not too shabby. Alright, we don't need these anymore.
Don't forget to go in and register your intake online with them.
Yeah.
To keep your warranty.
Alright.
Get them all?
This here. This is all yours, that's all yours, that's all yours. Alright, well, that system's completely hooked up. Alright guys, we got the Air Induction system completely hooked up. Doing good. That's the old system.
From
That
this
little tiny hole to
all
that big gigantic opening right here. We got our reservoir tank in the way, but look how much more air is going to be allowed to get into this intake and into this filter in order for it to do what it has to do. So what do you think? What do you think of the whole product in general?
I think it looks great.
You like it?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. He forgot to take off his Air Inductions thingy.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see if we get a little bit more horses out
I
of
think we will. We'll do a pull. We're not going to change anything in the tune. Nope. The car has cooled down for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It only took us about 10, 15 to put it in, so we'll see what she does here. Alright guys, let's look at a comparison here of both dyno graphs. If you guys can see that. Air fuel's looking real good, 13.0 all the way across the board. And you can see that intake really did pick up a lot up top. Not so much down low, but up top you can definitely tell a difference. The red line is obviously the Air Inductions kit, and blue line is the Acme, the Acme one. It even picked up torque on the top end too. Look at that.
You actually want a little richer too with the.
Yeah.
Might be able to
a little bit. Yeah, we probably could lean it out and make a little bit more horsepower, but we'll do that for another day. All right, guys, we are all done at the dyno at Keith's Pit Stop. His information will be down in the description. Go check him out. He does automotive work as well as what I do, performance modifications in that Gettysburg area and everything as well. So go hit him up if you guys are close to him and you'd like to either use his dyno or have him do some work for your vehicle as well. I think Grant's pretty happy with the outcome.
Absolutely.
I think he's happy with the quality of the intake. Air Inductions has done it again, guys. 5 more horsepower, like 3 more foot-pounds of torque on the tuning, which didn't really change after we tuned the other intake setup, and just on top of an intake setup swap, and that was it. Yeah. I think for the same price to get that extra 5 horsepower and 3 foot-pounds of torque, I think it's worth it, to be honest. You know, I really do.
Absolutely. Better build quality. It's obviously going to last longer with better materials.
Yep. So I'm happy. The car runs great. We did some pulls in Mexico. So.
No, Canada. I like to go to Canada.
Oh, Grant likes to go to Canada.
Cooler weather up there when it starts getting
better air in Canada this time of year, other than Mexico.
A little less farther to drive too.
It is a little bit closer to our PA, our state of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. We're going to Pennsylvania, Canada.
You always stop at the Niagara Falls on the way.
Yeah, get that mist, that good mist in the intake. You know, that's almost like methanol injection.
Nice little fogger system.
Fogger system, yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna head out of here. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Instagram, Diablo Formula Racing. Facebook is also Diablo Formula Racing. Deuces, guys.